Hello, Dr. G. We'll be doing the R portion of this assignment. We're in C minor, so we spelled out the key already. C, D, E flat, F, G are dominant, A flat, B diminished, and C. Our first chord is a 1 chord, and there's no figures in the bass, so we can start with a C. Our next chord is a 5/7 of 6, which is E flat major. So since there's no figures in the bass, the root is E flat. Our next chord is a 6 chord, which is A flat, and there's no figures in the bass again, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then our next is a 7 diminished, fully diminished of 5, which would be an A flat. Yes. Okay. And there's no figures in the bass. Wait, hold on. An F sharp. So it's F sharp. Okay, cool. So we can double the root in the first chord. Boom. Just set it up, spell it out. C, E flat, G. There's our E flat, and here's our G. Cool. Now we can we have the E flat. We can double it again. Or no, we can't because it's a 7. Boom. So we have to complete that. So let us put the 7. D flat. Cool. Our third is in the tenor, and our fifth is in the soprano. Cool. Now we move on to our major 6 chord. Let us resolve the 7th to the C and the alto, and then the leading tone can go up to the A flat. And since this is a complete 7, we probably won't have a complete 6 because we won't. So we can triple we can double the third. So let's put the A flat in the soprano. To finish off, we will keep the alto on the C. That's a common tone. Our first choice when we decide our part rating. We like to have common tones. Oh look, and we can double the C. Right there. And then to complete the chord, we have our A natural. Boom. Okay, so to go back to summarize, we had a 1 chord, C minor, our 5/7 of 6, which would be E flat major. Then we have a major 6 chord, which was A flat major, and our 7 diminished of 5, which was F sharp fully diminished. And there we go. There we have it. Our first 4 chords of this beautiful progression.
Okay, Andreis, your turn.
What was it?
I don't think. Oh.
And we're back. So, as always, I made a mistake. I forgot the 7th in this chord, so let us move that C, the common tone that we loved, to the E flat, which completes our fully diminished 7th of 5 chord. there looks to be no perfect octaves or perfect fifths. Everything's moving. We can see this beautiful soprano bass relationship. You can see from the major 6 to the fully diminished 7th of 5, they move in contrary motion. And the soprano goes up and the bass goes down. Very nice motion. Explaining the cadential 6/4 chord is Andreis.
Okay, so first we're going to move the F sharp up to the G because it's a C E flat G. Then we're going to put the soprano, keep it as a C, and then put the alto or tenor G and alto E flat. Then we're going to keep the G here in the bass, and then move this down to B natural, and keep the tenor at G and move the alto down to D. And then we're going to move the G up to C because it's a 1 chord. And we're going to move the soprano back up to C. We're going to keep the common tone in the tenors and move the alto up to the E flat. And then we're going to move the bass up to the D because it's the 5, 6, 5 of 3, which would be the B, D, F, A. But we're going to put the D in the bass because it's a 6/5 chord. Then we're going to move the soprano back down to the B, which is the 7th, and move the tenor up to the A flat, which is the leading tone of the chord, and move the E to the F. And now Brittany will take over.
Thank you. Oh, okay. So now the 5, 6, 5 of 3 will go to the 3 chord, which is E flat, G, B flat. So we'll put the E flat in the bass. Oops, sorry. And then we'll put the G, move the A to the G, and then E flat in the alto, and then we'll keep the B flat in the soprano. Sorry. Okay, and then we'll move on to the 5, 6, 5 of 4, which will be C, E flat, G, B flat. So E needs to go, well, actually C, E natural, G, B flat. So we'll need a natural on the E because it's the 3rd of the chord. And then we'll keep the G as a common tone in the tenor. And then we'll move the E down a 3rd to the C. And we'll keep the B flat in the soprano as a common tone as well. And since B flat is the 7th, it needs to go down to the A which in the key of C minor, the 4 chord is F, A flat, C. So A flat. And then F will need to go in the bass. And go ahead and double that. And then keep the C as a common tone in the alto. And then we will finish off the progression with a 1 chord. Root position, so C will go in the bass. Let's have G in the alto. We'll move the soprano a third to the C, and then have move the alto a third to the E flat. And that is the end of our progression.
Ooh, look at all those notes.